Alright, what's poppin' YouTube? I know you guys miss me. I know you guys miss me. Come on.
Right.
Hold on, let me just set you guys up really fast. Really quick. Like, I'm just gonna, you guys are in my shower and shit, pussy. All the them. Anyways, I just feel like I have to make like a couple quick disclaimer messages as I just pop on my quick little face mask and shit. Let's just start by addressing the elephant in the room, which is the fact that I've been gone for 2 months. Right? I know. You guys haven't really seen or heard much from me. You guys saw the Miami vlog in like September. And honestly, that's really irresponsible of me. I know, I'm such a bad person for that shit. But here's what I am gonna tell you. I could not prioritize coming on a camera over my mental health. I actually couldn't, not this time. I don't think I'll ever do it, but like not this time around. I actually said no. Like every day, I actually woke up and was fighting for my life. Like it was crazy, bro. Like I was going through a time. I feel like I still am, but I think that because, let's put this on. Oh, let me actually show all the man. I actually need to show so many people what this is. This. I was not even ready for that yet, bro. Nope. I don't know how y'all be doing crack. I don't know how y'all like anything up y'all nose. I don't know how y'all be doing crack. As you guys can see, this is a whole new setup. Like, you guys have never seen this setup before. I think that one of my problems with my YouTube channel is I'm not comfortable talking. I don't think I'll ever be comfortable talking my full business. That's fine. But I think that there's stuff that people out there could relate to that I feel like I actually was put on YouTube to put out there. But like, I won't put it out there because I live in Toronto. And I don't know how many of my viewers are from Toronto versus other places. I know I have viewers in other countries too, but like, to put it into perspective, there's literally like this dark cloud over Toronto. I didn't realize it until I started traveling. I went out into the world and I started traveling and I really started to notice like, bro, Toronto is actually, I actually do not like this place. I literally do not like this place. And I know everybody says that, but I genuinely don't like it to the point where like, I don't want to live here. Last year, like 2022, I guess I didn't realize that your childhood traumas, they resurface when you're in like certain relationships or certain friendships and like I just kind of felt like a lot of my childhood traumas that I knew I needed to heal from, like, I felt like they were resurfacing. I kind of got to a point where I'm like, if I don't address this, like if I do not figure out what it is I need to do to heal and to heal from everything that has happened to me, figure out why I'm upset, what my problem is. If I don't do what I gotta do to actually figure out and take the steps to heal, I'm gonna drown. Like, I'm gonna drown. And I'm not talking like, it was drowning to the point where like there was a moment where I considered checking myself into like, I legitimately, because I actually didn't understand what was wrong. And I'm sorry that like, you know, I obviously have family on here, but like, that's just the truth. Like, I have not been okay for a minute, fam. As I was kind of saying before, I'm not really comfortable talking about shit that goes on with me that other people could relate to because of the fact that I live in Toronto. I work in Toronto. I work in a place where I see a lot of people that I know. And it's not to say that I'm embarrassed about it or anything like that. I don't care because there's so many people who go through the same thing anyways. But it's one of those where it's like Toronto is so quick on their feet and so quick to look for something to judge. And it's like if I hear the wrong person say the wrong thing, I'm gonna probably my mom doesn't really like, my mom really doesn't need any more problems, you know? So that's why I kind of just take time with what it is that I talk about. But then I also was looking at myself in my head when I wasn't posting. I was like, yo, like, you're really a real nigga. Like, I don't understand why you would not post the shit that you know people could relate to. That's why you came on here, was to be someone that people could relate to, people feel inspired by, people feel like, you know, be you, live your life. And it's okay if you fucking go through shit, because everybody goes through shit. I don't care who wants to act like they don't go through shit. At the end of the day, I feel like me personally, everything with me has been a secret. Everything with me has been so like, you know, like thrown under the rug and just hidden in whatever, you know, acting like everything's cool and whatever. But then I realized it got to a point where people were noticing. Even when I went to work, I felt like, you know, because my coworkers at work, like some of them are my dogs. So there was a couple of them that I'm like, I feel like mans could probably pick up on the fact that I'm not all there right now. Like whether it be with like It was never my presentation. It could never be my presentation. It would never be my presentation. I would always look good. You know, I'm always, I show up. Overall, just kind of just going through a lot. And I think that the last quarter of that year, where it was like October to December, honestly, I think that was the worst portion for me mentally. And that was when I had posted like the last Miami vlog. But the Miami vlog didn't get, like, I couldn't even explain to you guys why it didn't get posted. My whole thing is like, I just struggled to show up for myself. Like, I really struggled to show up for myself. I'm still struggling to show up for myself, but like, it gets to a point where mans have to actually look at themselves and say, yo, bad man, you're 24 in a June. I want to be somewhat settled and know what the is going on for myself, you know? That period of from October to literally December, it was really bad. It was really hard. That was probably the period where I had like the most thoughts of like, you know, like I was just like, you know, I was just really thinking a lot of shit. I was going through a lot of shit in my head. Like mentally, I was really going through a lot of shit. I think how I came out of that prayer, like I honestly, it got like, I was just like, there would be days when I would just look to God and be like if you hear me, like please, like why, like please, I need help. Like I would just keep trying to pray. I would try to read like some verses from the Bible. I think I came to a point where I had to look at the pain that I went through and be like, hey, yo, enough is actually enough now. I had to tell myself, yo, like the shit that your pops did to you, my nigga, that nigga's a and that's just what it is. Like, I don't know, everything that he did to me as a child up until when I was a young adult, like none of those things, I can't change any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just have to prepare myself to be a better father. And I'm already a better man than that nigga is, so I'll be a better father, so that's fine. You know, I had to look at the relationships that I had. I had to look at the relationships that I had been in and just actually look and say, okay, like fam, just nothing, everything was just like, no, like I was just like, bro, like shit just has to stop, like shit has to give. You have to, like, honestly, something has to give. I kind of was just looking. Sometimes I wouldn't even eat during the day. I would eat like once, and if I ate once, it was like, bro, like I would be forcing myself. Like I'd literally be having like an ice cap or like 2 boiled eggs for like the whole fucking day until 2 a.m. And I'll be smoking, like, which mind you, I still smoke, but like I don't smoke as much as I was smoking because I'm just like, I'm like, KZ, like you can't actually kill yourself. Like you can't actually smoke out yourself, you know? Well, I love a spliff, so you know, I have to keep it in moderation. Really and truly a really not a good year. Did not enjoy that year. I have so much faith about this year. Like it makes me emotional thinking about what this year is gonna bring me. Like now I could get into some of like the positive shit and get into like some of the lessons that I learned that I want to share with some people. This is the portion where I'm gonna get into shit where I'm trying to help people as opposed to just having y'all niggas listen to me about my life. Alright, so here are some of the lessons that I learned in 2022. So the first thing that I learned was that I need to take things for face value, and if you don't believe that it suits you or you don't like it, leave. So for example, with that, me not taking things as face value, a lot of times I'll like make excuses for people. I'll tell myself, oh, well, they did it because of so-and-so, or oh, well, da-da-da-da, or oh, well, like I'm trying to like always see the best in people as opposed to just seeing shit for what it is. If someone could move 2 ways, why the f are you gonna move left when you could move right? You know what I'm saying? If someone around me would move left, I'd be like, okay, like, it's okay, like I'm allow it because it's not that big a deal. Like it's just this, it's like a small little thing. They probably won't do that shit again, it's fine.
I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. I'm fucking flunked. What the fuck?
It honestly brings so much confusion and so much stress, and it just drains you. Like, or me personally, I should speak for myself, but it really drained me trying to like always find the best in people and shit. But that's just how I am. But like, I'm not doing that anymore. That shit is dumb. Another thing that I learned was that I had to tell myself was that like, my old way of doing things is not gonna open up new doors. Like that one is really self-explanatory, and that's part of the reason why I'm making a change. I'm making multiple changes. Like, so another lesson is understand that if they really wanted to, they would. The same way that you always do, regardless of whether or not you want to. This was a hard pill to swallow. Because something about me still on the inside is like, well, no, I believe that they wanted to, they just couldn't, you know? But it's like, nah, nigga, you dumb nigga. They didn't want to, nigga. They never wanted to. There's so many people where I'm just like, nah, you guys actually just never wanted to. Like, it's actually that simple. And this is like part of my whole healing thing with my childhood traumas and shit. I realized that I was overcompensating. Like, I've been overcompensating Like I naturally love hard, but the best way to put it is like I make myself overly available. Like I just never want to tell the person no because I don't want to let them down because I know how it feels to be let down and I don't want them to let me down. But then they let me down. Like they let me down and they let me down hard and they let me down repeatedly. Like it's the same cycle that I kind of was in, and I'm like, yo, something has to change. And I felt like what had to change was the fact that I give too much to people. If they wanted to, my nigga, they would, because there's so many things that I've done for people that I genuinely didn't want to do just because of the fact that like, and I'm not even afraid of confrontation or anything like that. I just really don't like letting people close to me down because of the fact that I know how it feels to be let down. I know how it feels to feel alone and feel like nobody, you know, like you don't have anyone you can rely on, you don't have anyone you can go to. Another thing that I told myself I gotta do is, or another lesson that I learned was that I need to get comfortable being alone again. I feel like the last 2 years since I like had to leave my other house and whatever and was living wherever and whatever, like I feel like in the last 2 years I've been running bad. Like I've been running bad. I've been running so quick. I've been running, fam. I've been running. But your demons, fam, them demons will pop up on you. Them demons is gonna pop up there. They gonna pop up in front of your ass. They gonna pop up here. Niggas is not gonna stop until you figure that shit the out. And you need God. Like you need God to figure that shit out, bro. My shit caught up to me every time. And it just got to a point where it's like, my nigga, like we're on year 2 of this shit. So it's like, bro, no. It's like, I'm like, nah, Xavier. Like, I literally had to kind of, and it's weird because it happened for me really fast. Like, the feeling of me feeling, like, comfortable being alone again happened really fast. But, like, at first it was hard. I had to get myself readjusted to being alone because I think that me being alone is honestly the best thing for myself. Like, I'll sit in the restaurant by myself on some real shit. I don't care. I went into Scatterbush and I did that shit. They were closing, so I had to take the food to go. But the whole fact of the matter is, like, I was just really learning to enjoy my own company and get to know myself and get to know the shit that I like and the shit that I want for myself and where I want to go, you know? You can't do that when you're always with someone. You can't do that when you're like, you know? Like you really cannot, you can't, and that shit is important because then time passes and then you're gonna be older and you're gonna be filled with so much resentment because you didn't do what you needed to do for yourself, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get older and be resentful, fam. I don't. I want my kids to be happy with me. I want them to be like, oh my gosh, my dad is my best friend ever. He's so lit. He's so cool. He's so jokes. He's so happy. I'm just really getting comfortable being on my ones again, and honestly, I love it. Like, I feel like it makes me so happy. Oh God, it makes me so happy. Nobody bothers me. What the f? There's nobody to bother me. Holy shit. Like, I think it's really gonna get to a point where I'm one of those people where I protect my peace too much and it's like, no. I had to just be alone to be able to face my thoughts and to be able to start pouring into myself. Stop giving other people what I need to give myself because they're not gonna give it to me. Them no business. And that's fine. A lot of people are actually better in theory. Let me say that. Like, let me just keep it there. A lot of people are just better in theory. Like, there's some people where like, they're just better in theory. Like, I'm not gonna explain it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Everybody is not meant to be in your life for your whole life. I think that and this is something that's helped me be at peace with certain things. A lot of people are in your life to teach you a lesson. I've come across people where I'm like, yeah, man, I know what the lesson was and I can't even, it pisses me off that because I feel like I wasted time. But like, I know what the lesson was that I was supposed to get from this shit. Let me tell you something about pink rosé. Oh my God, yo. Mom, if you're watching this video, please don't come to my room and punch me. My goodness. Why would it, like, who, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I just think this is like a little spliff is just not, like, it's not anything. It's not anything. Cause anything, tell me when you're ready. Whoa, I just came back from yard, pussy. Like, when me tell them to say yard did nice. You just gotta take the lessons, fam. And I know that sometimes it's hard, but it gets easier as you get older. You just gotta really catch yourself and really get yourself to understand that, like, life is a transaction, you know, and it's just, it is what it is. Like, it's fine. It actually is okay. People are not all gonna be there forever. They're not. They're honestly not. And me personally, I think that anybody who I meet in Toronto, I'm never gonna take you serious. I think the only way, even as a friend, I don't even want no Toronto friends. I don't want nobody. I don't want anything else from here. I don't want anything else from here. The only way that I would, You have to be like visiting or like have like a temporary spot or something. Like I don't really like anything that has to do with Toronto. Like I don't. That's the best way I could put it. I don't. Another big lesson that I learned, and I feel like I kept running into problems because of, one, God cannot bless the person that you're pretending to be. He can't. You're never gonna get where you gotta go because you're pretending to be this next nigga, and that's not who he created you to be. So how are you gonna get over here, right? Cool. How am I gonna attract anything that is meant for me if I'm out here not being me? That doesn't make sense. You're not being 100% unapologetically yourself. So I spent so many years hating myself. Honestly, like I actually genuinely didn't really start liking myself. Like genuinely saying like, you know, I actually like myself. Like, you know, I love myself. Like now I know I'm the shit. Like you can't talk to me even though I know like I got my little, you know, I got a little sweetness to it, a little, you know? You know, I got a little shit going on. But I'm really the boy. Like you really cannot test my body no more. You can't try me the way you used to try me. You can't, like, a lot of people really just are gonna have to really get to get to know me for real. Are you really gonna sit here and continue to like not be yourself or limit yourself or like reserve yourself or dim down your light because of the fact that you want to fit in with who? Who do you want to fit in with? Because once the moment that you land in another city, everybody loves you. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. That was another thing that was hindering me from my YouTube, was because it's like I'm coming on here and it's not that I'm being fake. Obviously I've never been fake with you guys ever, but like I'm holding back. Like it's just like there's shit that it's like I could be killing this right now, and it's like because I'm just like, I don't know if it's because I know why it is, but I need to really start working on unapologetically being myself. What a nigga gotta say, if you don't like me, you're not supposed to be in my life. That's what I really had to take in. Because if that nigga don't like you, if that girl don't like you, they not supposed to be with you. Whoever don't like you is not supposed to be in your life. They're not. I have to really tell myself, it's like, nigga, what are you running from? Like, now is my time to really attract what I need to attract, fam. I'm not ramping with that. I'm ready for all that God has for me, fam. I'm telling you, like, it's not even funny. You have to really hold yourself to a high standard and stop allowing people to even have the chance. If someone, what I'm telling myself is, if someone does some shit that I don't like off rip, I'm gonna tell them, like, I don't like that. If you do it again, it's like, I'm not even with you type shit. And if you do it again, we're not with each other. Friendship, relationship, I don't care. Like, it's me. Like, this year's actually me. I don't care what you guys want, bro. And I need to stop giving up on myself, because it's really only gonna hurt me. Whatever I have going on within myself, whether or not I have that shit going on, I know I'm grown and I know I'm strong. So I'm gonna figure out a way to either move with it, move through it, move on from it. Like, I'm gonna figure it out, but it's obviously gonna happen in time, and only God, fam, only God. I'm telling you, it could only be God that could do this. I'm just like, I'm happy to honestly just be at this point where now a nigga is really just, I'm in that mode. Like, I'm in that mode. That's all I can say. Something is gonna happen for me. Something big is gonna change. And this year is gonna be really, really good for me. Like, and if anybody out there is like, I know that there's people out there, obviously, who go through similar shit. Like, you are not alone. I would, like, you're not alone, bro. You're not alone. You're honestly not. And to the people out there who like to kind of act like it's just like something so light for people to be going through whatever they're going through, I honestly, I have no words. Like, I don't have any words for shit like that. I really don't. But to the people who are going through a hard time, like, just keep praying, keep your head held high. Like, you're gonna get through, and just try your best to always figure out a way to heal. Like, you know, like I know I was doing introspection at a point. Like, I was really sitting there like asking myself questions like, who am I? And I'm like, I don't even know, nigga. I don't know. I can't write. I don't know who I am. But like, it really requires you to, like, you know, think and try and be in tune with yourself. But I need to get back to being comfortable doing the shit that I know I gotta do. And yeah, and I'm also just, you know, over here working on my relationship with God, working on myself, trying to get my body back, you know, trying to get my life back, trying to get me back. I'm out here, okay? Trying to get the f out of here. To everybody who loves me, to everyone who supports me, to everyone who Snapchats me, asking me why I haven't posted, telling me to post. The Dominican vlog is still gonna come out, and all of you guys are gonna shut up and love it. That's what I'm gonna tell you guys. That's where I'm leaving you guys. The Dominican vlog is still gonna come out, and all of you guys are gonna shut up and love it. And I didn't vlog in Jamaica because of the fact that it was so amazing. It was so good that I couldn't vlog. It was so good. 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 I love you guys, man. Honestly, I love the people who love me. Like, I love you guys for supporting me. I love you guys for, you know, being patient with me. I'm sorry. I want to be here more. Like, I want to show up for myself more. You know, I want to be here more, nigga. But a nigga just, I got to put myself first, fam. You know, I got to put me first, Lucius. Okay? So, it's never going to be my headspace and my mindset after a job or like after something else. It's never going to be that. I'm always going to put my health first. And sometimes that shit takes a month. Like, honestly, I won't even lie to you. Like, it was a lot of days where I was just like, hey, here we go again. Right? To anyone feeling really down right now, bro, keep your head up. Don't, like, just really keep your head up. It's hard for me to even believe it, but it will get better over time. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Like, once you hit rock bottom, you can't go anywhere but up, fam. Like, you can't. And I feel like I hit rock bottom a couple of times, but I feel like this time though, this time is different. Point is, if you hit rock bottom, you can't go anywhere but up. And honestly, even when you're going up, there's growing pains and shit hurt. God has a plan, and that's what you guys have to trust. Really, like, real talk. Have faith the size of a mustard seed, he said. Just trust that he has a plan for you, because he does. But anyways, that's all I gotta say. This video was long enough already. If you watch the whole 30 minutes, because it's probably gonna be 30 minutes, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm doing me, focused on myself and focused on my healing and shit. And just getting money, nigga.